Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Barb here. I wanted to take a few minutes on this Friday morning and just talk to you for a few minutes about my new book, The Animals Never Lie. This is a collection of some of the more intriguing and more interesting case reports from my holistic vet practice over the last 10 years. The title was chosen, or how I chose that title was because sometimes people have that snake oil mentality, like, well, geez, that's not recommended by my doctor, so I can't see how it would work. Or, they just have a really negative connotation about essential oils, nutrition, homeopathy, etc., and they're not open to trying that. But the animals are different. The animals intuitively know what they need to get better with, and so they're just kind of like, come to me and say, hey, fix me. I don't care what you use, as long as it's not going to harm me. So when you get a positive response from an animal, when you use an herb, an essential oil, a homeopathic remedy, or chiropractic or acupuncture, the animals can't lie. They don't lie about it. They can't fake a response. So they're very genuine, and they're very good subjects to work with. I put all of these case reports into story form so that anybody can understand them. In other words, you don't have to have a medical degree or be a scientist of any kind to understand the lingo here. It's all very straightforward and easy to read. One of the cases that I wanted to talk to you about today, because I'm just going to give you little snippets out of the book on occasion, but a very interesting case, and it brings, at this time of the year, I think it's more apropos to talk about this because it's talking about allergies, skin allergies. One of the main things I see in practice all the time is animals that are itching, and they don't have fleas, they don't have this or that, and what I do is, in this case, I performed a skin scraping to make sure that this dog didn't have any ectoparasites, meaning any mites, any fungal infection, anything else that might make it itch so badly. And they came up negative. So then the owner, Karen, these are fictitious names, very true cases, but fictitious names to keep the privacy of my clients intact. And her little dog, Maggie, came to see me. Maggie was scratching so badly that she was digging herself raw, and her owner, Karen, was having to take a sleeping pill at night to get through the evening with a few hours of sleep because of the frantic, nonstop scratching that Maggie was doing. Maggie's veterinarian, her regular veterinarian, had prescribed steroids and antibiotics, which is the conventional treatment for skin allergies, because conventional practitioners don't know any other way. And when Maggie was on those products, the medication, she was doing fine, but as soon as she was out of them, she started scratching frantically again. He'd also put her on a prescription dog food for skin allergies, which when Karen brought the bag of food in with her to my office, we went through all the ingredients, and I said, why these ingredients were not helping and that they actually could be harmful to her body. So long story short, we changed the diet. We changed her to a raw food that was commercially prepared because Karen felt a little bit uncertain about if she really wanted to be doing, making her own diet. And then the other thing that Karen brought in was 2 shopping bags, like Walmart shopping bags full of supplements that she'd purchased on the internet, and wanted to know what I thought of them. I said, Karen, I don't know what to think of them because I'm not familiar with this company. I'm not familiar with their products. I said, I basically use 3 companies' products, and that's it. I want, for one thing, I want to make sure that those products are backed by veterinarians. They've been formulated by veterinarians or nutritional experts. And I also want to know, as a veterinarian, can I talk to another veterinarian on staff about these? And if I can't, I'm not going to use their products. Because what happens is these companies some of these companies have extremely good marketing tactics. I'm just going to mention one, Dynovite. You hear it on AM radio a lot. Talk about Dynovite. It's the most phenomenal, and I don't want to step on any toes. I'm sure some of you might have had animals that you use Dynamite and it works well. Others, it hasn't worked at all. But when I called the company and I wanted to talk to their veterinary expert, they said, we don't have one. I said, really? Yeah, the founder of our company formulated this. I said, oh, well, what is his degree in nutrition? They couldn't answer that. So apparently this person is really good at marketing, put together a product, and maybe he did take some nutrition courses, but I'm sorry, that doesn't fly for me. I want support. I wouldn't know I couldn't even get an ingredient list of the stuff that was in that supplement. So I told Karen, I said, here's the deal. You might be creating more imbalances in that body by having these tremendous numbers of stuff, in her body at one time. I said, let's stop this for now. You don't have to throw it away, but just keep this on the back burner. Don't give that to Maggie at this point. Instead, what we did was we chose a veterinary-backed, they only sell to veterinarians. It's a company out of Wisconsin. 2 supplements, one for the immune system and one for the gastrointestinal system, because that's where a lot of allergies start. Leaky gut syndrome, and we'll talk about that in another video someday. And I said, all I want you to do now is we're going to do these 2 supplements and the food. And then I'm going to mix you up some essential oils, and I want you to diffuse those in the room where Maggie spends most of her time. Because I said, we got to get her settled down. We've got to get the anxiety level. Because when you itch, have you ever had an itch and you maybe broke out in a hive type of situation? Man, you are like on lit, like brain lit, because it is not fun. And so just to create less stress, we're going to use those oils, okay? And she was fine with that. And I thought Karen was kind of she's a very, very good pet owner, but she was also agitated and anxious about her little dog. So it would be a win-win situation if the both of them could breathe in the oils and have that calming effect. What happened was, within 1 week, Maggie's itching was almost non-existent. I kid you not. Karen was elated. And to this day, Maggie is pretty much itch-free. Now, in the summertime, when she's out on the grass, which is not very often, her itching increases a little bit. All that Karen does is doubles the supplements for a couple days, and then Maggie's fine again. So, bottom line with this story is, you can Band-Aid allergies by administering steroids and antibiotics. What I mean by a Band-Aid is you're not fixing the problem, which was her gastrointestinal system not accepting the food that she was given well. Band-Aids mean that you're treating that symptom, but you're not treating the root cause of the problem. And as holistic doctors, this is what we do. We look at chemical exposure in the house, stress level in the house, flea and tick products that maybe the animal can't tolerate really well. We look at diet, and we look at adding nutritional supplements. We look at the whole picture, the mind, body, spirit of the animal. Whereas in conventional medicine, we fall short, because when you look at that symptom, maybe we've got 15 minutes to spend or less to spend with one client. We got a zing, 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 a prescription out and out the door. Well, it's a Band-Aid. It's not fixing the root cause. So that said, Karen, with Maggie, she was ecstatic, and all we had to do was tweak a few things in her diet and her supplements, and she was a cured dog. So I'll be posting some more videos, and we'll talk about a few more cases in the book. And if you want to question me, ask a question. I don't give out advice per se, but I do online consultations and telephone consultations. If you want to contact me and find out more about that, my email address is all lowercase, no punctuation. It's DRB, like Dr. B. Fox, DRB, Dr. B. Fox at yahoo.com. And then you can check out my website. It's www.barbfoxdvm.com. And hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in a subsequent video very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.